Hey guys, it's Vandazzle back yet again with another Vanguard Trial Deck unboxing. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Patreon. So if you can't tell this time, we're unboxing the Naoki Ishida Vanguard Trial Deck. Let's go ahead and get this baby open. If you guys don't know, this is from the Naoki clan, one of the many Excel clans that are in the game itself right now. So let's go ahead and get this thing open. First we have our first guide of how to play the game. Second off, we have our, if I could open it up. Oh god, I'm struggling with opening up the playmat. This is already off to a great start. Our playmat, our beautiful playmat, which looks like this, and that, oops, sorry, upside down. And with pro plays on the back of the deck and everything, and the other trial deck too. So then, and then the deck itself, obviously, the only reason why we're all here. I probably should have brought scissors to open this, but I'm dumb, and I don't give a fuck. Just getting the deck open, sliding everything out. Guess I'm on this one. Okay. So then to start things off, we have our grade 0 starting Vanguard. I hate how they organize this because it brings up my OCD triggering a lot. We have our grade 0 starting Vanguard, which happens to be Spark Kid Dragoon. The usual Vanguard starter of these V-Series decks, which basically when you ride upon it, you draw one, which is very useful. We have the beautiful critical triggers, 4 crit already, and then we have then we have 4 draws, if I got that right, 4 draws, then we have 4 fronts, oh god, everything's falling, this is going well, 4 fronts, and then finally we obviously have the main importance of the deck, and without it any Vanguard deck would die in hell, 4 heals. Okay, so real quickly I'm going to put my thing back up, and I'm probably going to cut this out in post. So then, to go on with the rest of the deck, god dang it, this thing refuses to work with me. Okay, to go on with the rest of the deck, we have our grade 1 starting us off now. Oh god, my OCD triggers when they do this. Fuck. Okay, we're just gonna do the PGs. We have 4 PGs right off the bat, which is the standard thing. You just plop it down and you nullify an attack after dropping 1 hand card. We have the beautiful looking Rikis, which if you guys don't know, 5k shield, 8k power, Vanguard or Rearguard when placed Soul Blast 1. If you do, it gets plus 3k to end of turn, and then your opponent's front row switches with their back row, which is really useful because that just means they have less front row rear, or you can fuck with their rear guards. They can't intercept, they can't do anything they want basically, and you make them lose all their happiness in the game, which is so useful. Then we have 3 copies of Photon Bomber Wyvern, 10k shield, 8k power, counterblast 2. When this unit and act once per turn, this unit gets plus 5k to a turn, and then if your opponent's front row has 1 or less rear guard, it gets plus 10k. So plus instead of the 5k. So basically plus 10k, so it's an 18k attacker, hitting beautiful force numbers and all of the bullshit. Then we go 3 copies of our beautiful Red River Dragoon. 9k base, no shield, just the thing that can hit anything without triggers. Beautiful. Unless your opponent got a trigger on their first damage check. Now on to our grade 2s that do the best thing in this deck. 4 copies of the main grade 2. Recklessness Dragon, 5k shield, 9k power, different from Force decks that have 10k power base. Vanguard or Rearguard when placed, counterblast 1, choose an opponent's rearguard in the front row, bind it, doesn't matter what grade. And then rearguard only when it attacks a Vanguard. If your opponent has 1 or less front row rearguard, gets plus 3k, so a 12k attacker, so it hits protect and excel numbers, but not force numbers, and it can bind front row rearguards. If you don't know what this deck does, it basically just focuses on making sure your opponent doesn't have front row, and then gaining power off it. Next up, we have 3 copies of Excess Street Dragon. When placed, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, choose an opponent's rear guard in the front row, bind it. If you bound a card, this unit gets plus 10k to the end of turn. So it's just like Riki, but instead it was like Photon Bomb and River, and select the Soul Blast instead of Counter Blast, and it gets plus 10k guaranteedly as long as you bind, which is useful. Then for the last grade 2 of this group, we have 4 copies of Thunderstorm Dragoon. 5k shield, continuous rear guard. During your turn, if your opponent has 1 or less farmer rear guards, it gets plus 5k. So it's a 14k attacker, and that is pretty much it, unfortunately, because it doesn't work during your turn, but during your opponent's turn, but it still works normally. Now on to our grade 3s. Just to get this thing out of the way, 4 copies of our main grade 3 and the most important card in this deck, Great Composure Dragon! Imaginary Gift Excel, which if you don't know what that is, I'm going to go with both rules. You could get 1 Excel marker. I'm just going to go with Excel 1 for right now. And then you get an extra rearguard circle, but you have to place them in a certain order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, all that stuff. But if you, and that extra unit gets plus 10k. But if you choose Excel 2, you do the same exact thing, but you draw, but the unit gets less than 10k, it gets 5k plus, but still the same thing. But anyways, onto Great Composure skill. Vanguard or rearguard at the beginning of yours and your opponent's battle phase. For each open rearguard circle in the opponent's front row, this unit gets plus 3k, but then if it's on Vanguard circle, but then if it's your battle phase, it gets plus 5k instead. So you nuke your opponent's front row, it gets basically plus 10k if you're playing a normal deck, but if you're playing another Excel deck, you get more bonuses because they have more front row rearguards, so you can abuse it even more. This whole deck focuses on binding and opponent's front row rearguards just to abuse that card. Finally, 4 copies of our last card, Durus Clap Dragon. Rearguard when placed, choose up to one of your opponent's rearguards move it to an open rearguard circle in the same column as this unit, and this unit gets plus 5k until the turn, and it has Excel. So it's not the best thing to ride, but it's not the worst thing either, because at least it has Excel, but it's only on place rearguard, but you can fuck with your opponent's field by sending a grade 2 to the back row, which is very useful if it's open back row. And then finally, obviously, our 3 Excel gifts, 2 normal, and then the 1 special Great Composure Dragon. Well, that was the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join the Patreon. And I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to stand up your Vanguard.